Whoa, 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 yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good? 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all, I don't need to put on no. Hey, what's going on there? I'm not recording anything. How you guys doing? Let's clap it up for the Nuggets. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. And we're back. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Nuggets up 96-78.
You should be careful what you ask for. Cash flow, everyone around me. For the money, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Bad.
It's me. It's 5 minutes ago. Not really 5 minutes ago.
Green at the root of all evil. Please, love having things that drive
I wanted to get in here. But without butter, that's just some dry toast. Hunger's a mother cousin. I gotta get my mentality straight.
Cause when I get mine, that'll be day one of a new era fitted cot sideways. New pair of
So,
kicks instead of
what have been your observations thus far? What are you seeing? What are you liking? What are you disliking? Things continue the way that they're going, despite an abysmal second quarter. There you go. 178, Nuggets is up. Despite an abysmal second quarter performance. Very lacklustrous. Looked like third quarter was going to get off to a similar start. As a matter of fact, it did. Lots of turnovers in this game in the first half. For the Nugs, is that just the rust that you have from 4 days off? Is that what that is? I'm a beast. Joker. Twas the night before Yokemas. And all through the... I keep wanting to call it the Pepsi Center. All through Ball Arena. All through the ball. All the Nuggets were scoring. And Joker wasn't putting the ball up. Okay, I need to start that one. It was the night before Yokemas, and all through the ball, plenty Nuggets was scoring, but not the greatest of them all. That was better. So far, so good. The bounce back after 4 nights off. A much-needed win against the Clippers, to whom the Nuggets were 0-4 in their last 4 tries. Before that, they were 8-0. They had won 8 straight against the Clippers and then lost 4 straight against the Clippers. And now they look to be on their way to righting that wrong. Can't have any complaints about this one, Russell. You're right. No complaints to be had. Well, that's not true. I can find reason to complain about anything. But you want to take the wins where you get them, and you want to, ease up off the gas. You don't want to be that coach. You know what I mean? The hardline coach that the message can grow old with if you're just constantly pressing the case of the ass gas. You want to give them credit where credit's due. Looks like the "In My Country" quote changed things a little. You know what also changed things a little? I think Joker still, look, he has less shot attempts than anybody in the game. And you could tell it. His assist total in this game, he's been involved in the offense, but he's definitely taken a step back. And I think I don't think it was without purpose. I don't think it was, coming in off of 4 nights rest, you would figure there's no reason for him to be, gassed at all, right? His shot attempts in this game, him being Joker, he's 6 of 9, 9 shot attempts, couple of assists, like literally a couple, 2 assists, 7, you would say, oh, it's a very un-Nikola Jokic-like game, right? But I think that that was more of a, what are we doing here? D-Mac and Oren making a reunion of sorts, for sure. We'd be on here, Alex. We'd be getting back in it. Obviously, Mac has been running Kill You With Truth like a big dog and reached out to the homie. I'm the homie, by the way. And was like, hey, you want to be a part of this thing? And I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So I've been in here since October doing it. We've been on together a couple of times. Appreciate you, Alex. Round of applause for you. Short round of applause, but a round of applause nonetheless. This is what the team needed to do. What is this, Daniel? Tell me what this is. I might throw a link up in here. I know I got to kick it over to Dan Tanner at some point in time for In the Paint. But tell me what this is. What did they do tonight that you saw that equates to this that you're speaking of? Winning? I mean, yeah, we all want them to win. But I'm saying, what did you see tonight that you feel like? I also learned tonight you can't move on from MPJ at all. No, you cannot. I'm telling you. I was looking at Lauri Markkanen and the Jazz are taking on Phoenix right now in Utah. And for a second, I was like, man, but he's got a no trade clause, one for Lauri Markkanen. And I was like, is there any way that you could kind of finesse a squad into giving us somebody that, you know, as far as points per game goes, is compensate to Michael Porter Jr., so that we could get something done in this season? And I love Lauri Markkanen's game, but you just watch MPJ and him growing game by game. I used him in the thumbnail. I just don't want to see I don't want to see him develop into the player that everyone knows that he can be with someone else, and have that valuable time that we've spent waiting for him to come around. You know, just hand it off to some other squad. Strawther looks really good. I think that he scored 15 in their last outing. He's been averaging about 15 points a game in his last 4 games. He's taken steps forward, scoring both inside and outside, is what you need. The second unit, I think, is what really, I'll tell you what I like seeing. Ooh, air ball. You know, for all that I love Russell Westbrook for, it's crazy how many bunnies he misses, like how little finish he has. If he's not dunking, it's a roller coaster. It's a straight circus. What's good, Andon? My guy. Andon back in the building. Everybody's talking amongst themselves. What's up, Andon? Fishing says. Shot point. Shot point left. Jimmy Buckets. I want to see it. I would love to see it. You'd have to give up a whole lot to get them, though. What's in the kitchen tonight, Andon? The second unit tonight played. Now, there was a stretch. I had to take this down because if you're like me and you were watching this game, we're all reveling right now. These are my notes from the fourth quarter. I mean, from the second quarter. And while I agree with Mr. Flores that there's nothing to complain about when they're getting a win, this was my frustration. So there's my notes on towards the night before. 4 straight. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. The Nuggets were up 36-25. From that point forward, they gave up. How big was that run? They turned the ball over 8 or more times, which led to a 13-0 run to the quarters to the 6.5 minutes, over 6.5 minutes. 3:18 left in the second. The Nuggets had scored 10 points while the Clippers were on an 18-0 run and had taken the lead 44-38. 14 first half turnovers. They were playing like a team that was trying to get their coach fired, to be honest with you. I was like, damn, this is going to be one of them ones. Let's go, Russie. Ooh, 106-82 Nugs. At the 102 mark in the second quarter, Jokic got his first assist of the game on that pick and slip to Christian Brown. And then he hit a 3 to tie the game up at 46. This dude is, I'm telling you, and at that point, that was like his third shot of the game, his third shot attempt of the game. He took 4 shots in the first half. I thought he was sending a message. I thought personally, it was like, I want to see what you guys are going to do. I want to see what it is. I didn't think that it was, he came out and he gave effort. He's always going to give effort. He plays the game the right way all the time. I think it's not even in his DNA to not do that. Nevertheless, the Nuggets came back from being down, I think as much as 6 or 7 in that first half and took a 2-point lead into halftime. Started the third quarter off 3 straight turnovers. And I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing? And then went on to play the game the right way, give effort. I have no complaints about our blue arrowed friend tonight. None that I'll voice. Kale mac and cheese with a Heartland rub. It was delicious. Kale is hard to make and delicious. Now, when you do kale, do you do like kale chips, or is this just like, are you just kale and kale? Like, a sauteed kale. Is that what we're going with, Andon? Are you sauteing your kale, or do you like it fire roasted? Oh, step into that passing lane, P. Watt. You're long, you're strong, you're down to get the friction on. Takes the contact. Now it's just a layup fest. 108-86, 3:37 left in the fourth. Nuggets looking to cruise in for a much-needed victory. What kind of value can they get for a package with P. Watt and Strother? Again, another player that I don't want to see leave. I don't want to lose Julian Strother. The Nuggets, I'm looking at they got fuck them draft picks, man. That's where I'm at with it. Fuck them draft picks. Package them draft picks up with P. Watt, hopefully not Julian Strother. Package up them draft. I would rather keep, this is going to sound crazy, but I'd rather keep Julian Strother than I would Christian Brown, to be honest with you. There's just a bigger upside scoring the basketball. They said they want him to push his 3-point. So, damn it, Bobby. Russell Westbrook is an upgrade over Bruce Brown. Agreed. They virtually both have the same exact game, except Russell Westbrook is Russell Westbrook, and his passing is undeniable. And I love how you can tell that Joker likes playing with Russell Westbrook. And here's a move that I think could be made that somebody would have to be a big boy about, but it could make them an all-around better team without making a trade. You switch out Russell Westbrook in the starting lineup for Jamal Murray, and you bench him. Now he's getting the max, but you'll be our max 6th man. That does sound delicious, actually. So, yeah, you sauteed the kale? Okay. I like where this is headed. A go, DJ. I love when they get Jordan involved. I love when DeAndre and Russ are on the court at the same time, because that pick and roll is active and that lob is active. And there's no reason in the world for DeAndre Jordan to be on this team if he's just going to be a cheerleader. So get him out there. Need to soften it up. I'm assuming you're talking about the kale, because otherwise, pause. What the fuck are y'all talking about in the chat? Ain't nothing bigger than the chat, but what are y'all talking about in the chat? Y'all in there chatting in the chat. Talk about softening up. What? Damn it, Bobby. Fishing for cards. Nothing, because they are on rookie contracts. You get nothing from them because they're on rookie contracts. Yeah, well. Andon. Okay, so Murray looks like his attitude has improved. Okay. Well, what happens when he's tired and nursing an injury or gets snubbed by the media? Just saying, not convinced yet. Oh, yeah, no. He hasn't earned anything back from me, except he's earned the right for me not to. Okay. I'll tell you this much. If they get anything out of Jalen Pickett, like that 3 that he just dropped, that's bonus. If you can get some good backup PG minutes out of that young man, more than what I thought they were going to get out of him. 114-92. Nuggets over the Clippers. All the also Rans are on the court. Zeke Naji gets into the scoring column. I tell you this much. Right now is going to be a stretch. Let's look at these games coming up. Let me share my screen with you. Don't you want to see my screen? Don't you want to see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So this one's in the books, obviously. By the way, Dan Tanner and In the Paint should be following me. I assume. This is going to be a stretch leading from now through Christmas all the way through the All-Star break, where you've got to see what you get. You get 10 tonight out of Julian Strother. He's at the line. Should stretch that to 12. This should be a stretch where you got to get right in that win column. And when I say that, I mean well above 500. In order to avoid having to make some tough decisions come the trade deadline. I foresee it looked like tonight was going to be more of the same. To be quite honest with you, I don't think that it's wise to make any knee-jerk reactionary trades just because those of us in the fan base want to see more out of this team. I think we have to take, and I think the Nuggets have to take an approach with this team, the same approach that Joker took with this game. You guys are going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out. Hunter Tyson, he got fouled. I think what we saw from Joker, what we saw from the team's best player was an approach to this game was like, F around and figure it out. You're an adult. Put your pants on and figure it out. And you know what? Guys did. There were points in that second quarter that were painful to watch. It bled into the third quarter, but then something snapped. And you saw flow in the offense. You saw guys moving, being active, playing for one another, setting picks, setting screens, moving without the ball. It's funny. This 3-shot of MPJ, Aaron Gordon, and Jamal Murray all sitting on the bench now with their arms folded like this. Talking amongst themselves, but it was an interesting little shot. Figure it out. We don't have draft picks. Damn it, Bobby. I saw a couple of firsts in there. What are you talking about? Oren? I'm just trying to find value without losing MPJ and AG this year. I think they do need a piece. Like, can you pull a Jordan Clarkson out of Utah? Can you get? I mean, whatever piece they get, the piece has got to be somebody who can fill it up. Reality is this is our team. The best opportunity will be on the buyout market. Yeah, probably. The upcoming schedule is wacky. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule. Did you ever join DT? I went to the high school with homeboy DT, but I don't know what that means. MPJ for Jimmy Rental? I wouldn't do that. No. 2 or 3 defender. I think they need because I believe. Okay, so that one's in the books. 120.98. Good job. I'm of the opinion that this is a team that needs defense. To me, like a defensive stopper. No, this team needs scoring. Oh, Dan Tanner. No, I did not join Dan Tanner. I apologize for not knowing that DT was Dan Tanner. I know DT, Daryl Traylor, Demetrius Travels. I did not, but I'll be kicking it over to Dan Tanner here in a second. I think that this is a team. To me, when you're on this level, Defense is literally an issue of paying attention and effort, and guys not overvaluing their offensive prospects over being on a string defensively, and every minute that you're on the floor being an effective defender. There's nobody on this squad that, in my opinion, warrants lazy minutes on the defensive end. So if you make a trade, I just got to see them bring back somebody who is, if you bring back a Jimmy Butler, you're getting both, right? But renting Jimmy Butler for a season, I don't like the thought of that, because then you still talking about a good 6-7 very productive MVP caliber years out of Joker. I would hate to get on the wrong side of that with just unmanageable contracts all over the place and really, really not being able to fill out with depth. That's what would concern me about making that trade. I would not trade MPJ at all. Me either, damn it, Bobby. Off the table. Montbello, brother. Bellside. Class of 91. Grew up in Montbello, basically born and raised. I grew up on the east side until, my mother and my two sisters lived on the east side off of Vine, 26 thereabouts in Vine, until I was born. I was born at St. Joseph's Hospital. And then shortly thereafter, we moved to the Bells. And it was Bellside all the way until this day. Bellside is in my heart. Off topic, but we be talking about the drones on your other channel. Abso-fucking-lutely, fishing. That'll be tomorrow. We'll do some Saturday morning cartoons. Tomorrow, we're getting into all of it. Good news, travel fast, because it's like this world is fun to be in, because if you're paying attention to the other world, if you're paying attention to the real world, what the hell yeah. Goddamn straight. Bellside. All day. Good win for the Nuggets. Really good win for the Nuggets. Let's look at this schedule going forward. I'll give it a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to kick it over to Dan Tanner and in the paint. What you want to know, most importantly, is the Nuggets snap a 4-game losing streak to the lowly Clippers. Like, what? Where they do that at? That's not what's hot in the streets. Don't nobody got time for none of that. So you're filling out, let's see, April. That's way ahead of the game. Why is my screen so big? Jesus. Let's see. So going forward, you got this road trip, Sacto, Portland, New Orleans. No reason in the world that a team this is going to be a good road trip to judge where exactly this team is at. Right before Christmas, obviously a time when, cats want to sort of let up off the gas. You need to press on the gas. And this stretch is going to tell us whether a trade needs to be made. I'm telling you, this is a team that has to go 3-0 on this road trip. Sacramento is the only team that they should have any problem with whatsoever, but it's the first game in the roadie. You get a win there. You got 2 nights off before you have to play Portland in Portland. You're going to get a win there. And then you got another 2 nights off before you got to play on Sunday against New Orleans. I'm telling you, a professional team that doesn't need to make any trades. I think this stretch is going to tell us a lot of what we need to know. So that to me is, let's see what we got here. I'm going to run through a lot of y'all's texts, and then we'll kick it over. That to me is that stretch. Then you come home, let's see, back-to-back, home and away with Phoenix. You split that one. This is all just to end the year. You got to see Cleveland again, but you got them at the crib. Let's see if we can make a better showing. That's just a really good Cleveland team. But I would love to see the Nuggets go, let's say, 3 at back-to-back with Phoenix. Let's say you split that. So that's 4-1. We're going to get Cleveland at the crib. We're going to get them at the crib, 5-1. So that by the time you play that back-to-back against, you got that back-to-back Saturday night against Detroit at the crib, you're 6-1. And then You're going to finish this. You have to finish this year. You have to finish 2024 7-1. And then you're right back in the conversation. And you've given yourself some breathing room. Okay. Let's see. Horizon High School in the house. Give it up for Horizon. Channel. I'll put it in the chat. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Hold on 1 sec. It's called Good News Travel Fast. On all platforms you can find me. This is the YouTube. YouTube for the Bluetooth. Shablam. Link the other channel. Channel's in the link. Or Munder. I don't know what Munder means. Fishing. This is what the Nuggets can look like when Jamal joins the rest of the team. I don't disagree. Jamal needs to decide whether he wants to be a winner or a loser. A get well win. Maybe Brown is good enough. Yes, I think Brown is worthy of staying, but I think he is one of your trade pieces. He's the one that you can afford to lose, who's kind of played himself up into one of those 6-man type contracts. Love the show. Bringing it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Did the link work well? I hope that it did. I sent it over, and now you guys have the link. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here because Dan Tanner and In the Paint are coming at you and coming in hot. I appreciate y'all. Tomorrow morning, Good News Travels Fast. Just go over to that link, like and subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when I go live. We'll do some Saturday morning cartoons and talk about some other things outside of the world of sports. My name is Oren Lamena. This has been 5 to go. All you Kill Truthers, you guys are awesome. I love you much. First Heisman since we're son. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Heisman watch, too. We'll get into that. No worries, Fisher. You guys come over tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.